Here we will see unbound mode of data binding. This mode is suitable for displaying relatively small amount of data that you can manage programmatically. Users do not attach control directly to a data source. Instead, it populates control with the data source. This mode is particularly useful for static read-only data or when user provides his own code that interacts with an external data source. With unbound mode, controls like text box, labels, data grid view are not automatically linked to an external data source like database, data table or collection. Instead, you can manually add, update or remove the data in the control through code. Here, user manually load the data into a control and user manually read data back from the control when needed. Here is a pictorial representation. With unbound mode, no automatic link is created with the UI control, but the developer manages the data through code for manually add, remove or update the data. There are different situations when you can use the unbound mode. First, when your dataset is small or you are using temporary data, the data does not come directly from a database or you manually populate the control. For example, rows.add in data grid view, or when you want full manual control over how data is displayed and updated and no automatic synchronization with the data source is needed. For example, with unbound mode, we manually assign value to the text box like txtname.text equal to abcd, where abcd is a string which is manually assigned to the text box txtname, and we'll manually get the value from the text box as string name equal to txtname, where name is a string variable and we have assigned the value of txtname to this string. Here is a pictorial representation. With unbound mode, we manually assign value to the control and we manually read the data from the control and assign value to the variable. If we assign data from a data reader to a text property of the text box, then it is also unbound mode of data binding. For example, here we have written a command select name from student, and if we execute this command to a data reader and if data reader has rows, we will assign the value of data reader name field to the text box name, that is txtname.text. Here we are manually putting the value of the text box text property. The text box and the data are not linked together, so when data is changed from the text box, it will not update automatically to the database. For this, we have to write a code. From database, we execute an SQL query to the data reader. We manually read the data from the data reader and we'll write a code to assign the value to the text box. Here, value is assigned to the text box with unbound mode.